Goodfellas, I'm very proud to be here once again for another collector talk, this time with Horst from Germany. Horst, thank you so much for having us here.
Nice to have you here.
We've met a few months ago, last year, almost a year
Yeah,
now,
it was,
first time.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that we have the chance to do that, because one of the most exciting things that there are out there is, of course, having the chance to meet people who collect, who love the fine art of writing. And therefore, I cannot wait, and our viewers also cannot wait to dive deep into your way of looking at collecting and looking at writing instruments. So I would like to start immediately by asking you, when did you start collecting? How did it start?
Well, actually, I think it was about 12, 13 years ago. I don't remember it very well because I just did so much in collecting them. So it's a huge amount of time I spent in this item, and therefore I'm not quite sure. But we just saw a notice before that I had my first designed nib in 2013, so I must have been starting at 211, 212 or something like that.
But it has been, like you're saying or mentioning, it has been a busy time since then, right?
Yeah, really. It was busy because actually I didn't dive into, I was dived into. For example, when I started it, I just got a pen from Montblanc, a Starwalker. I always mix Starwalker and Skywalker.
Everybody does that.
Yeah,
Horst.
that's I can't hide it. And this was given to me for my birthday, and I was also able to change the nib. So I went to the Montblanc boutique and wanted to change the nib, and it took me, I think it was approximately 1 or 2 hours until I came out, and then I just bought not only a new nib, but also my first limited edition pen.
So you went into the boutique to change the nib of your Starwalker, but you walked out with a Max von Oppenheim?
Yeah, yeah.
And so please, let's try to go through that, because I love, we're talking about the first limited edition that you purchased, and I guess this was the start of initiating this passion in this way.
Yeah, actually it was the start, and it was nearly also the end, because I really loved this pen and I took it with me everywhere, and I also took it to a congress where some of my colleagues must have been also very fond of this pen, because it vanished there. And so this is not my real first pen, because I need to buy it for the second time, and that made me a little bit more aware, where do I put my pens and where do I put which pens, because yeah,
that's extremely interesting that you're mentioning that. So you purchased the pen, it actually somebody steal it at a convention.
Yeah, it was, I think, 2 or 3 months later during a convention, and I sat there and had my laptop here and the pen behind and something to write. And when I looked down, some people, actually I didn't was in the front or in the rear, so they need to pass in between the lines. Yeah. And when I just want to grasp my pen, it was gone.
Wow. Well, not pleasant, but you're saying that it made you more aware of where you're placing the pen and how you're using it.
That's it. Because the other possibility would have been that I stop buying expensive pens.
Yeah, it's not worth it. If you lose it, they steal it. Oh no!
So if you have a cheap one out of plastic, it's don't care about it. You get it at the next exhibition stand. Yeah, but on the other hand, I then realized that I really love writing with these pens. And if you see it, if you have in the hand, if you have the weight in the hand and everything. This made me stay in writing with more exclusive pens.
Very interesting, Horst. So it all started with the Max von Oppenheim.
Yeah,
that's truly beautiful. What was when you were in the boutique and you brought the Star Walker and you saw that Max von Hoppenheim? What happened psychologically within you to say, you know what, I need to have it? Was it the subject? Was it the look of the pen? Was it some specific relation? Was it an impulsive buying because maybe a very good service that you got at the boutique?
I think the main reason was that I noticed while I tested all the nibs, that I noticed I need more than one nib. So I need also a pen to put the nib inside, and I started, I think it was OM, which you get really rarely. And this was the one I put into the Star Walker.
Yeah, the Star Walker. Yeah, that's correct.
I will never get
I'll
this
tell
in.
you if you say
okay.
Skywalker, I will tell you.
I just go ahead and you correct me then.
Star Walker is iconic, but so is Luke Skywalker. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
okay,
it,
right?
that's it. And as I'm a little bit older, so
all of us, we all have the same problem with the
Yeah.
Star Walker.
good. So the Oppenheim was the second one. Then I bought the Charlemagne.
Yeah. I mean,
Charles the Great, yeah.
I'm going to mention the fact that you have a really impressive collection without mentioning how many, but it's impressive the pieces that you have, and for me also interesting to see so many different kind of brands on one place, and that's also probably the specialty of what we have here with you, Horst. You started with Montblanc, and as I understand, and as we have spoken, you're very fond of Montblanc. You're a big lover of Montblanc, but you appreciate writing instrument in general. So before we go a bit through the selection of incredible pens that we have here, I always love also to understand and talk about what place handwriting has in your life, and how does it also impact your life? Because one thing is collecting, but I love what you said. You purchased the Max von Hoppenheim because you said you need a different kind of nib sizes.
Yeah.
So it was also a matter of utility, not only of beauty or of collecting. So tell me, what place does handwriting has in your daily life, and how important is it?
Well, actually, I used it very often during my my profession, but I had an awful writing. Nobody could read it, and sometimes I can't read it anymore. After I just make some quick notices, and when I looked through them 1 or 2 days later, I was like, what did you
What
write
did I
there?
write?
What does it mean? And this was something I still have with ball pens.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I never have with fountain pens. With fountain pens, it's just something inside my mind probably just says, okay, this is something you have to be more careful in writing or something like that.
More
I don't know.
aware,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So somehow your writing becomes better, not only because the way how a fountain pen writes is aesthetically different, but it also initiates something in your brain that makes you more aware of the fact I am handwriting now. So be a bit extra cautious on what you're writing and how you're writing it.
Probably. Well, actually, I don't know, and I never thought about it.
Yeah.
It just happens. Yeah.
Truly interesting.
And the main thing is, as I really close connected with Montblanc and also with Monte Grappa, but with Montblanc I also had the opportunity to get this special treatment that my handwriting was
tested
and was analyzed. Yeah,
right?
so you can see it over here.
Yes, sure,
This
yeah.
is the, well, this was 2013, and it is how characteristic your writing is, and they measure how fast you write, how deep you press, and everything. And you see it. The red ones are very with high velocities.
Velocity.
Yeah, and the yellow is a little bit less. You have it over here. You can see the different colors. Yeah, this means slowly. This means quick.
Fast.
Yeah,
And then you have the strength
depth,
of,
yeah.
of writing.
Yeah.
This is so interesting. And it was one nib expert who did this test with you.
Yeah, yeah.
And that brought you to create your very own
That's it.
signature nib.
Yeah. And the suggestion was OBB nibs, yeah, which I just hit with my favorite pen. It was ever my favorite pen, and now it's still my favorite pen. And I just got this book for my birthday,
Wonderful.
which made dear friend at Montblanc.
Yeah.
And he just made it for me with this pen and its nib, which
Yes.
was red gold.
But we have a secret here to reveal, right?
That's it. Because I was always thinking this pen would be so great having it with a ruthenium laid nib or something like that. Something black must be, because this pen is, to my opinion, it's a little bit devilish. Yeah, it's kind of mean, but I
For the
still
one
like it.
who don't know, but many of you know by now, this is the 90th anniversary skeleton that they did to celebrate 90 years of the Meisterstück. And it's one of the most cherished pens also within the community and collectors.
Yeah, because it's a kind of the dark side.
Yeah, true.
Which we all have, but we don't reveal it very often.
That's correct.
But with this pen, you really can reveal it, and it is really great. This is a special nib. It is a signature nib.
Incredible.
And the nib also was done after this test, and it was special made for me. So they make the drilling and everything and the carving of the tip of the nib.
And also they have two slits, nibs,
Yeah,
slits. And you kind of mentioned already, but it's not rose gold as it's supposed to be originally, but
Therefore it's called signature, because it just makes a high flow of ink.
Yeah.
And you can easily make your signature without of this. And if you are very quick, you can see there's a big flow on it.
And it's all black. It's not rose gold,
Yeah,
right?
that would have come later on, but
Okay, sorry.
no problem, no problem. I can reveal this as well, because I was always thinking I want to have this nib also in black, however they can make it. And then I got it in black. I was at Montblanc, and they told me, okay, just for you, we do it. And they made this overlay with ruthenium. And then I got it back. And then I got this book as a present. And then I thought, where's my red nib? I really want it back. So, but it's really difficult if you are a collector. Sometimes you have dreams, and sometimes if the dreams will be fulfilled, you don't be so glad, because then you lose the originality of the thing. Yeah.
But on the other end, we have to say that it's something absolutely unique. And,
That's it.
And I mean, there's, I think only you, or maybe.
Yeah, I just got a solution, because I have this one.
That's very good.
49.
That's very good.
And he still has the original nib.
The original nib. So you're not gonna regret it that much.
No, I don't have to regret
exactly.
it. Because
And this is an iconic piece also to have,
Yeah.
because it was the first Montblanc 149 with rose gold metal trims that was made especially for the 90th anniversary. So wonderful, incredible nib. I love it. I love the way how it writes. I loved what you showed us about the bespoke nib. It's the first time that we're showing this on the channel. So as usual, we're adding also so many incredible experiences that come from collectors and lovers like yourself. What next?
To my opinion,
Yeah,
this is only if you have more broader nibs, starting from M up. If you have E, F, and F, there's no possibility to make this special carving or this special treatment, because you can't do anything at the tip.
Yeah, you can only maybe smoothen it up a bit,
that's-
but this is completely another kind of construction for
Yeah.
the nib.
Yeah.
Now, one can really see that, Horst. Wonderful. What do we have next that we want to show our viewers? I mean, we have a selection of pieces here that are just incredible.
Well, if we stay with the nib, we just take this one, which is the Moon Pearl of Montblanc. And here you have also a bespoke nib inside, but it's no signature nib. The signature nib is characterized by having two
Slits.
Yeah. And so for high flow, for making signatures continuously. This one is also bespoke. You can write with it because I see that my kind of writing seems to fit you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. First of all, I had to look at the nib. Can I?
Yeah, sure.
Can I on here?
Yeah, do it.
Or you prefer me to write on there?
If you want.
It's okay.
No, I think this paper is a little bit more better to write on. Even that, it goes really smooth and...
Incredible, so beautiful ink color. Do you know which ink this is? Do you remember? I never remember the inks that I put on mine.
Nor do I. But actually, I have a secret one. When I start the book, I take the actual one, Moon Pearl. It is Montblanc turquoise.
Sir, very good. So we have the answer. Perfect.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I think the Moon Pearl Horst is a very underrated pen. It's beautiful. It's one of the only kind of Raden that Montblanc did next to the tribute of Kyoto.
Yeah.
And it's totally underrated. Beautiful pen, part of the Great Masters. We're going to have another Great Masters coming out this year, which we cannot reveal yet because of embargo. But beautiful pen to own and to make it part of a collection. Totally agree, and with this nib especially.
Especially for this, it has also a wooden layer where you can put it on the desk. It's really nice made, and it's also a kind of Japanese construction. So they took the Raden to also make a piece of wood to hold your pen on the table. Yeah.
Wonderful. What else do we have here? We have so many incredible pens to discover. Where do you want to keep on going? I'll let you do the storytelling.
Well, actually, just going back in history, this was my first non-Montblanc pen. It was an Omas, and it's the Leonardo da Vinci, it is still... Although as you see, I really like the big pens, because my hands are big, and therefore I really like also big pen. But this pen, although it's really a little bit tiny for me, it's very elegant.
I love it. I think I maybe saw it once in my life, and we do have a specialty here in terms of the nib. Huh?
The nib is, I think it was called Rinascimento, which means that it's reborn. And if you can see, probably it is really going into the paper. It's diving into the paper.
Very ergonomic shape, right?
And it also has a tension onto that. So it also writes very nice.
Beautiful. Love it. I was very happy to have the chance to see this pen, Horst, because again, maybe I saw it once, but not even. Sterling silver. Your first non-Montblanc pen.
Yes.
Where did you buy it? Do you remember?
In Berlin.
In Berlin.
Sure. It was in a papeterie in Berlin.
We have also something very new. We go from the oldest non to probably one of the newest pieces, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll let you decide.
No.
But this pen I've never seen live, because we don't do much of Visconti right now, but they do wonderful pieces.
That's it.
And this is the new, remember the name of this pen? This is the Carbon, it looks like a Carbon Forgé.
It has a really long name. It is Carbon Forgé Moire and something else.
Yeah, I get it.
I just like the pen, but I don't like the name. So
but the pen is beautiful.
It is, because the main thing is you can see also the gold. There's gold inside, and it's glimpsing up sometimes if you have into the right light. Yeah, and the material is really awesome. Yeah, I just
agree.
had this feeling when I got my first Homo sapiens, which was the
Lava stone.
yeah, the Bronze Age, and I also had this feeling of this great feeling of haptic, which we have here as well, and it's a different kind of, yeah, because probably we just try to look at them and put them aside. So I'm just getting out of your...
Love it. Love it. This is as real as it gets.
Yeah, you need to feel it in your hand. Yeah,
True.
This one is also great, but it is smooth. If you have this, it has a
bit
raw,
more rough kind of feeling. It's
Yeah.
almost like a stone, but it's not a stone. It's carbon forgé.
Yeah.
And but you're also right about the fact that the look of the two pens are similar, but then the texture and the feeling of the surface not. Do you know? Is this also bronze?
Yeah.
Interesting. It has a bit of a different kind of shape and size, so they kind of reworked on the clip. Love it, honestly. Very beautiful pen and very well done by Visconti, we have to say. And it's very smart that you took out the Homo sapiens so we can actually compare them next to each other, right?
But the other thing is they have a different
Magnetic closing system, right?
system, and here you have the
The bayonet.
I don't know how is it called bayonet?
Bayonet
I'm not quite
system,
sure. Yeah. Okay.
Bayonet closing system, which is, sorry, Horst, the same system that we have on the De Medici, right?
Yeah, that's right. And this is I just have some of them, but this one is the one I really love most because you have this composition, the composition of the bronze here, and the nearly bronze in the marble.
Yeah,
the
vein
marble.
in the marble. That's truly beautiful. I think the Lorenzo il Magnifico is such a stunning collection that they have done.
Really,
and is really beautiful. And also the fact that it follows a line that goes from different kind of colors, different kind of cap materials. That's truly astonishing.
That's it.
Very, very, very well done by Visconti. Very cool. Now I'll let you go further and create the storyline. I'm sorry.
Now, if you help me, it's quite much easier because it's really it's really difficult for me as well. Just take something very different. This one. This one is a pen I was always known as these green ball pens. You have very cheap, which you use during your study. This is also a pentel. Yeah, and it's called Excalibur.
Yeah.
And you also see the dragon in here. You also see the eye of the dragon in here.
Can I see
and,
it?
Yeah, and you have the knife and the helmet of the knights.
It's a limited edition of 1,000 pieces, huh?
Yeah. And since I have this pen, and it really was one of my first ones, I was looking for the fountain pen of it.
And never found it.
I never found it
So
until now.
Usually the community is very good at helping with this kind of things. It already happened. So if somebody sees a pentel fountain pen, we're here waiting for you. Excalibur.
Not the green ones.
So this is something really special to show, Horst, because as you said, we know pentel from another perspective, but seeing this kind of piece here, I've never seen it. Kind of interesting. Also shows that sometimes this very utility and composable kind of pens also go into the more refined one. Can I ask you something? It's just for a matter of curiosity, and I'm sure our viewers are also very curious. This was a pen that was in a price range of what, 200, 300, 500, 1,000?
No, I think it was more than a few hundred.
A few hundred.
I think so.
Interesting.
But I'm not quite sure because
You took it aftermarket also, I guess, right?
I'm just thinking about where I got it. I got it in a sale at a papeterie in Hamburg. Yeah.
Interesting.
and they only had this one. And after I saw it, I was really fell in love, and I really want to have the fountain because mainly I'm collecting fountain pens. Yeah, I just
course.
have only a few roller balls or liners, which is,
Yes.
for example, also this one, which is the same story. It's also a rollerball, and I also want to have the pen. This is Alfred Dunhill.
Alfred Dunhill, which is very relevant given the Yoshitsune that we're talking about, and it's also Excalibur.
No, this is I don't know what it is.
Well, it looks a bit like
Motor
mechanic.
Times or something like something
Motor
like
Times,
that.
inspired to Alfred Dunhill's background
Yeah.
with motors and cars. Honestly, beautiful pen, which I'm positively jealous of because I've never seen this one, and it's a beautiful black, and I love this design. First of all,
Yeah.
it's quite thin, so I hope they would do this also as an oversize. But what a beautiful rollerball! What a beautiful rollerball!
Because it has also a nice weight. Yeah, if you
Yes.
have it in the hand,
Yes.
it's really
A very elegant piece, and very glad that we're showing an Alfred Dunhill here because it's not that obvious and not that often that we get the chance to show a Dunhill pen. Next to the Dunhill, before we're gonna go over to this one, we also have a
Tibaldi.
yes, which is a familiar pen to the Montegrappa lovers and family because Tibaldi is owned and manufactured by Montegrappa. But this is a Tibaldi Bentley.
Yeah, you see it on the B.
Yes.
And this was one, also a limited edition. And I really love this gouache on it.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is really,
Sterling silver, very solid, heavy pen, right?
and if you put it in the light, it's so vivid. Yeah? And it's also something you see and you love.
Absolutely.
Or not, or you don't like it. That's
Or
the
you
other
don't
person.
love it, yeah.
Yeah. And there you also have a huge box with Bentley everything on it, with the wooden armatures of the cars and something like that. But it's also a pen which lies very nicely in the hand and which also has a great surface.
I'm wondering to see when Montegrappa will bring Tibaldi back to.
Yeah, but I think this was a time Tibaldi was not part of Montegrappa.
Oh, really?
I think it's the older one. But I'm not quite sure. We need to talk.
We're gonna ask Giuseppe. He will be able to tell us all the stories.
So if we just are at Montegrappa, let's see something
Else, what do we have?
Oh, we don't have Montegrappa. Yeah,
What is this one?
This one is Crone.
Crone.
Yeah.
You're seeing brands here that we've almost never shown on the channel. I love that, Horst. Crone. Crone is a US brand, US based brand. I don't remember where they're based, but my father used to do boxes for Crone.
Okay.
For big boxes for Crone back at the time. Which one is this one?
This is the John Hancock.
John Hancock, some American personality.
Yeah, you have here also the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Wow, look at the detail. Wow. E pluribus unum. Wow.
Yeah, if you open it,
No way.
that's a little bit too much American for me, but I still love
The eagle, right?
Yeah. But that the claw of the eagle
claw of the
went
eagle.
onto the nib,
But it's majestic.
it is, yeah.
I've never seen something like that. Can you imagine? Wow, Horst, I'm so glad that you're showing us this. Our viewers will definitely love it. With an 18-karat gold nib of Crone embossed with a plastic feed. Wow, this is something.
And it is celluloid.
Celluloid, and then this whole sterling silver work overlay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. We go Montegrappa Crone. I want to show that Louis Vuitton pen.
Okay.
Because we've never shown the Louis Vuitton pen on the channel. And I think it's interesting because, we know Louis Vuitton, and this was a pen that I think was made by Omas. or someone
No,
that worked at
Montblanc.
Almas? Montblanc?
Yeah. I asked Montblanc, they told me, but I'm not quite sure. It was just someone who told me that the nibs, not the pen, but if the nibs
The
are made
nibs
by...
could be made by Montblanc, but this Almas was owned by LVMH for a certain period of time. And if I remember well, Almas was producing for LVMH for a certain
Probably
period.
you're right. Probably you're
But
right.
the nibs,
I'm not quite
interesting.
sure, but I just talked to someone at Montblanc. They told me, we made the nibs, and
Well,
but
then
probably
it's probably like that, huh? And I mean, think about it. We get the chance to have a Louis V monogram and decoration on the nib, on an 18-karat gold nib, embossed, not laser engraved, with a crocodile alligator skin on the pen itself, which makes sense for Louis Vuitton. Can I write with it?
yeah, sure.
Wow. Very, very cool piece. Absolutely love it. I mean, this is something special. Not in market anymore. Not
Yeah, that's
available
right.
anymore.
You can't get them anymore.
How do you
I
like
think
this
it's
bit?
called cargo.
Cargo, correct. 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
because it's really looks a little bit more cargo.
True.
And I also have it in brown and gold trims.
Mm-hmm.
And this one I think is the F nib, and the other one is the B nib. So I have the different nibs as well.
Beautiful.
And it's really also a pen which is heavy in weight but nice to write with. Yeah. Did you felt it like a kind of burden or so to write with it? No.
No, I really liked it. I think it was very pleasant, and the only thing is, it looks for me rather like a medium nib than a fine nib. But I trust you that it's a fine. But I loved it, honestly.
Well, actually, as I have a little bit more than one pen, it could
It
also
could be medium, huh? Well, it's okay. It doesn't matter. No, but I love it, and I love the size and this oversized kind of feeling, which is truly beautiful.
So let's go ahead with the same item and different types to express the item. This is the Rosetta Stone. One is from David Oscarson, and the other one is from Onoto.
Onoto.
And what you could see here, it's really, you have to look closer to the surface and you see the different signs of the different languages
And civilizations also, right?
which have been on the Rosetta Stone, and was the reason to translate the first, I think it was the Egyptian hieroglyphs. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Here
Love it.
I think here you have nearly the whole stone on this pen, because you see a lot of symbols. And while you have it here, you just have a few symbols, but you can turn this around and you can try to put them in a line. So you have the hieroglyphs here and two different, I don't really know which, I think this was Assyrian and the other one, well, actually, I don't know, it would be just
Sumeric from
Could be,
the
yeah,
Sumer, right? Sumerian, that's how I say it. I don't remember. Sumerian. Beautiful pens, beautiful. What I'm loving here also, Horst, again, we've shown Montblanc, Dunhill, Tibaldi, Crone, Montegrappa, Louis Vuitton. Now we're going over to David Oscarson, Onoto. Once again, you're a great supporter of this industry. You're definitely a game changer. And we're showing here so many different kind of beauties and DNAs and kind of craftsmanship on a writing instrument, which is very eclectic. And I think that's beautiful. And that also kind of leads, because after we're going to have quite some Montblanc to show. We also have a few Pelikans here to show. But we have two other brands that we haven't covered yet. One is Namiki, and the other one, I'll let you say it. And I mean the one with the leopard. Maybe, yeah, let's start with the leopard one.
Yeah.
This is, what is that?
Well, actually, I don't. I just know the brand.
The brand, yes.
I think it was called Gepardo.
Gepardo,
Because it's an Italian brand as well. It's called Urso.
Urso, yeah.
And I visited them 2 years ago. While I was, I didn't say about it, but I was also working for Katawiki, which is an online auction house. And I visited there also Urso, because I just want to make more contact with them. But this was a personal one, nothing for Katawiki. And it was so amazing for me because they have this tiny Werkstatt.
Atelier.
Yeah, this tiny atelier, which was posed upon a river. And if you look out of the window, you can see the river flowing down through the house.
Typical Italian settings.
Yeah, it's also they are located in
Pavia, right? Near
Pavia.
Pavia.
Yeah, it's a tiny little village. I just remember because I was staying at something with Montalcino or something, which was on the border of the shore of the river Po.
Po.
Yeah,
the river
and
Po.
they really amazed me because they really did nearly 80 to 90% of these things by hand.
By hand. Can I see it?
Yeah, sure.
And I mean, it's a very bold pen, but incredible work on the gabard here, and then the stone setting on the top. Is that correct? There's stone setting here.
Yeah, sapphires. Yeah.
Sapphires, and the wonderful also engraving pattern on the barrel and the cap, and then the very nice 18-karat gold nib. Beautiful piece, huh?
Yeah,
a piece of jewelry, right?
Yeah, that's it. Especially if you look at the surface and you move it in the light, it looks just like as if it's also a jewel.
Totally.
Yeah? Although it's just only carved into silver.
Yeah.
And was one. Well, it really works as a clip. Yeah, it doesn't look only like a clip.
But it also has the flexibility.
It works as a clip. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. From a piece of jewelry, we go to a piece of like handmade painting, maquillé. You mentioned that this was
my first one, my first emperor,
Namiki Emperor.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
That carbon waterfall, huh?
That's it. Yeah.
What a
and
piece!
I really love it, and well, it's still makes me speechless when I have it in the hand and when I see it. It's still a great pen.
I love it. I love these carbs that are they're going up, right? Beautiful Namiki. How do you like? Next to Montblanc, I'm gonna ask you a question you probably will not want to answer. But next to Montblanc, what? I guess Montegrappa. Okay, next to Montblanc and Montegrappa.
So you are answering your question by yourself.
These are answers we already know, right? No, so next to Montblanc and Montegrappa, you already mentioned that these are the brands that... what is the next brand that you would say, this is the third brand that has my heart?
Well, actually, Namiki is coming more and more ahead. And I was always looking for Namiki, but I didn't had any relation to it because I don't know someone. And although I have quite good knowledge about other pens, I never had any with Namiki, and that was only after I met Lars. I just got a little bit more
into it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And he also helped me with it, and that made my threshold against this brand
a bit easier,
lower. So having him on my side, I can move on to that area.
Wonderful. And then now we have. Let's go a little bit through it. Okay. I think there's a very interesting step from the Namiki maquillé to something else that is maquillé and Raden, but not Namiki, but a German beauty. And
Pelikan.
Yes, but Horst, you have two pieces of this one?
Yeah. Sometimes I didn't remember what. Well, actually, there have been years between them.
Yeah.
And I bought this one. I don't know which one. I bought this one, and then I put it to the others, and then I come to some shop. I think it was in Berlin again, yeah. And I
It's
saw
probably
this.
the shop that we were talking yesterday with Elbwood about. A very nice shop that...
No, this one was in KaDeWe.
this was in KaDeWe.
Yeah, this was in KaDeWe because they also have close connections, especially to Estée Dupont, where I normally get my Estée Dupont's and I also have this Pelikan shop nearby at KaDeWe. And then I saw it and said, oh, I need this pen too. And then I bought it. And when I put it into the box, I didn't notice it because I put it through the new pens, yeah. And then I think it was someone visited me and said, why do you have two pens of this? I didn't notice it. And then I saw it. And then I discovered something which is always said, that no pen is like the other. You normally can't see it.
True.
Having those two pens now,
Next to each other.
yeah, you can see it. There are really
Can I?
differences. Yeah, sure.
I mean, I love what you're saying, Horst, and it's absolutely true. The Raden is completely different. But even you were
Even the
mentioning
gold.
exactly the gold. This is a bit more reddish. This is a bit more goldish, and each single element of the Maquier pen also has a different look. It looks
because
just different.
it's really handmade, and no pen looks like the other one.
Yeah. Wow, this is truly, truly cool. And like you said, you never get the chance to see two next to each other. One reason is because these pens are always sold. Before they even enter our store, for example, they're already gone. So they often stay in the box, and you never compare them next to each other. That's a special chance that we have here to put them next to each other and to have this kind of comparison, one next to each other. Then we still have a few pieces here to cover, and through quite amazing ones. So,
well, let's
I'll let
end
you do
up
it.
with Montblanc.
Yep.
Not the end. The end would be then Monte Grappa.
Very
because
good.
I just kept to my opinion, one of my favorite pens for the last one.
Very good.
So let's see. Okay. This was my fourth pen. So it started with Star Walker, which was a gift.
And then it escalated quickly,
came
yeah?
the Max von Oppenheim, which was bad history about it. And then comes quite normal history of Charlemagne. And then came Gustave Eiffel. And it was shown to me, and I really fall in love with this pen, because the main thing what you have is if you see on the lines, I think it now has to be a little bit polished. Because if they are really, if you polish it, you can see it's just like rainbow sparks which you have in these lines, yeah, because they are carved into it, and the gold in there will reveal kind of rainbow
reflections.
Yeah.
Can I see it?
Sure.
I love this piece. This is, I think, also one of the underrated artisan pieces of Montblanc. Wow, look at this nib. Look at this nib.
This nib also has a history, because I got the pen with the nib of Taipei 100. And I didn't notice it. For me, it was the pen like that. And then I suddenly saw a picture of my pen. And I was noticing, well, that's really a different nib. And, well, let's have just get out of the cloud again.
Of the frame again.
We need to
I'm alone.
have something with this. Yeah.
It's like being in a museum here. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Here you have the nib of how I got this pen. Normally you can't and keep the nibs.
But they did a mistake, so you
I
said,
did a
hey.
mistakes, and therefore I said, okay, if you get me an artisan pen with the wrong nib, I just need to keep the nib.
Correct.
And I really
agree.
felt so much guilty that I made this extraordinary Ausnahme.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
So
I'm speechless about this pen, honestly, Horst. It really, honestly, this is a pen that I will want to own at some point. The Eiffel, and it's of course we have to find it on the secondary market because on the first market it's gone.
I really was looking at the secondary market a lot of times, and I never saw it.
No,
I just
it's
saw it
difficult, yeah.
once at Bonhams, I think it
Yeah.
was, but that was the only
Yeah,
time.
it's not easy.
This is no pen you get on the secondary market or in auctions very often. It was
Wow.
just in 10 years one time.
Beautiful. And then Horst, can I?
Yeah, sure. Ah, you have this one. I just thought you grasped at the other one. No, then we need to start with that.
Okay.
Because this pen comes in connection to that.
Very good. Very
Now,
good.
This is the Pablo Picasso.
Wow.
And to its launch, I was invited by Montblanc to Barcelona. And this was an evening with the son of Picasso and one of his last muses. And this was really, it was a dinner in the Museo Pablo Picasso. They told me they never had this. So you have in the well, it was at the ground floor or probably one more down, but it was still illuminated by the daylight. And there we had our dinner. We first have walking around in the museum for ourselves. The museum was closed. It was just for us, and we've been, I think, about 50 or 60 persons all over the world. And then they demonstrated us this pen.
Can I say, I've never seen this pen live.
No?
No.
Well, okay.
I mean, yes, now.
And for me, it is so amazing because this pen just looks like a stylo, like I don't know the English expression for Bleistift.
Oh, like a pencil.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Looks
pencil.
like a pencil,
Yeah.
you're correct.
It is
With the hexagon, with the
Yeah.
6...
And also you have the flag of Catalonia, which is
course.
yellow and yellow gold.
Yeah.
And it really, if you put it inside, you can have a look on the nib in this window.
And this clip that looks like the silhouette of the paintings.
That's it.
Wow.
This is one of my favorite pens.
Well,
Besides,
I can imagine, because this is not normal. Honestly, I think this is the most beautiful pen that Montblanc has done. In terms of concept also, what goes beyond the simple look and the stunning look, but it's a very clean pen with a very special nib, and then you pull it out and you have so many different interesting elements that remind to Pablo Picasso. I feel honored that I have the chance to see this live and that we have the chance to show this to our viewers. I mean, this is truly something extraordinary. And you were there with the son and the last muse of Picasso, which is also something quite special.
Yeah, it was really amazing. Although they didn't love each other, but that makes it for someone who looks at them much more amazing.
Even interesting. Nice gossip,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So, and as I loved this pen when I saw it. I really was in love, but I couldn't get it when I was there. So I went to the boutique in Barcelona.
Yes.
Later on, I went to Madrid. So I think this one was in Madrid, and I saw this pen in Madrid, in the layer, and Then I came back to my boutique in Hamburg and said, oh, I really found that nice pen there. But as I promised you that I buy from you, I couldn't buy it there. Okay, we will organize it for you. So they organized it and I got this Mäzenas, which is one of 20.
Yellow gold, white gold, diamond setting, incredible black marble.
That's it, yeah.
What should I say? We have a piece here that is one of 20 pieces in the whole world.
That's it.
Incredible. Incredible.
And I think it was number 3. So I have some favorite numbers, but I'm not quite sure.
Yes, number 3 of 20. I'm speechless, so I'm not going to add anything to the fact that we have the chance to discover this. I think it's well worth it that this video here is more than an hour, because we really need to show some incredible pieces. You have there, yes. Tell me about this pen. What
this was also an anniversary pen.
Was it 100 years of Montblanc?
I think so, yeah, because now we have 100 years of
the
masterpiece.
Meisterstück, yeah.
Yeah, Meisterstück, and I think this was 100 years anniversary. And they made, I think it's 100 pieces, but I'm not quite sure.
Could make sense.
Yeah.
With the diamond on top, the Montblanc shaped diamond on top.
Can you read it?
Let me
It's
check.
over here. And they
It's
had
100 pieces. This is number 83.
Yeah, and you have it in white gold, you have it in red gold, and you have it in. Oh, there was a third one, and this one is the red gold. Yeah, normally you could see, look at it that it's also a yellow gold. Yeah,
Yellow, white, and red.
Yeah,
Got
that's
it.
Yeah, and this is the red one, although it nearly looks like yellow gold, yeah. But if you
100
see the
years,
yellow gold beside it, it's, I think, kind of like this. It doesn't make it a big difference.
But beautiful. And do you remember what material is carved?
This is mammut.
Ah, it's mammut ivory.
Ivory, yeah.
Historical pen. Congrats. I've seen this on PDFs. Never seen it live again.
So
thank you for that. What an honor! What a beautiful chance that we have, indeed. Beautiful. Well, what do we have left to show?
I think this is this Leonardo. No, this is
the
also
Pelikan.
the Pelikan. This was my first Raden. This is the Moonlight.
Moonlight, huh?
And I still love it, and it's also the nib on this pen and this.
It's like a 149 nib in terms of size, right? It's big, and this is really one of the most beautiful Raden, with this Raden that is very near to each other. Truly an incredible piece.
Really astonishing in its shining appearance.
Yeah.
It's really one. And if you look at them in a different way, you see it's kind of violet. Can you see it?
Yeah,
you
I
need
can see
to
it.
put it in your to your eyes.
It goes really from a blue to a green to a violet kind of colorings,
Yeah.
right?
That's really amazing. Yeah. Now, as I see it now from here, it's also kind of purple and violet. Yeah. And if you look at like that, it's only a blue one.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So
Nice. The result. The
Einstein.
Yeah. Oh, we cannot
The
forget
Einstein
that.
also has a story. I never had the Einstein because my partner had one, and when we get
When you
when we
parted
split up,
ways,
when we split up, I stood there without an Einstein, and then I was really well. Actually, I was sad about that our relationship finished, but I was also sad about that I never had this pen again. And then I was looking for it, and I know the former CEO of Italia, and he managed to get it in some boutique in Italy, and so I got this pen as well.
Beautiful, which is one of the most cherished great characters ever done, this Einstein. We have one currently at Style of Zug. They don't go for a low amount right now, but what a beautiful piece. And then a very special 149 also here.
Yeah, this one which I think it was a present of Montblanc. I got the invitation for the opening of the
Elbphilharmonie.
Yeah. And I also got this pen that time. Yeah.
Beautiful pen.
And it was really an amazing event, although we have to wait, I think, 45 minutes until Mrs. Merkel arrived in Hamburg,
really?
because she was somewhere in traffic jam, and the whole Elbphilharmonie was waiting for
Just
the
for
Chancellor.
Wow, for the Chancellor.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And now, Horst, we're going towards the end, but it's not completely finished because we have to show something truly special.
Yeah, probably we take this first. This is an old piece of Monte Grappa, which is called Blue Nile. And it's also I was always fond of myth, legends, and something like this, especially also of the Egyptian deities, and so I really like a lot of them, and
also the symbology behind it, right? And all the and it's a beautiful piece of Monte Grappa.
It is really, and especially now because Giuseppe made it possible that I got it repaired and renewed.
Oh, yeah? Very nice.
So I was really very fond of it. And when I was there to take it back, he showed me the factory, and he also showed me the newest pen that time. And when I saw this pen, and when I saw especially those parts which were put together, I just ordered it right away, although it was never finished. And just close this because we now need a little bit more
space, huh?
space.
We need space.
Yeah. And that's the only thing which I just get out of the package. Because the package is really also amazing. Ta-ta!
Whoa, wait. And now, you go.
That's it. You can open this. You see, just it's the grave of Tutankhamun, and it's called Tutankhamun. And if you open it, you can look. We just can try to put it like that. You can look inside the grave, and if you opened, or we make it like that, you put it out. Otherwise, it's getting a little bit too complex. Yeah. Then you have the outer sarcophague, which is over here. And then you open it, and then you got the mummy here. And all these pieces are really fit together. They are made, it's not a solid piece. This piece is made together from different things. You have also the beard, you have the face, you have the crown. You can see it. This is one piece, but this is the next piece.
Wow. I saw this one in... we had one at the store, of course, and then I saw it again in Dubai, at the Dubai Mall. I did a video about it, and now seeing it in the hands of a collector, it's a nice closing of of this video, of course, but also of such an incredible piece of art. Horst.
Because what?
Yeah, tell me.
I just get one more piece.
Whoa,
To,
whoa, whoa,
to
whoa.
put this one aside, because it fits to it. This is the Viking.
And if you have seen my video with Swiss Watch Gang, we've shown the
Gladiator.
Gladiator there, but this is the Vikings. This was an earlier edition that they did.
They had the Gladiator is the third one.
The third one,
The first one was the
Samurai.
Samurai.
Yeah.
The Viking is the second one.
Yeah.
And I really like it. Normally you have also a huge box,
Yeah,
which is a Viking ship.
Insanely
and you
big.
put it on the ship and you have, I don't know what else.
Look at the detailing of this pen. Huh?
Yeah,
I mean, this is a
just
work of
like
art.
This one, especially because you have red gold, you have yellow gold, you have red gold here, you
Yellow
have
gold
yellow
on the
gold,
yeah.
and that's the pen.
Incredible. What a
And all the arms are really moving, yeah? You can also turn the hands. That's really nice, but actually I don't write it, but it's nice to have it. It's really nice to have it, and probably sometimes, because if you take it in your hand, it doesn't feel that weird as you imagine, because there's a lot of substance, a lot of structure,
True.
but it really fits nicely in the hand.
Very cool, huh? And it's a different kind of beauty than the Montblanc Atelier. It's more Italian, un po' più estroso, right? So a bit crazier in that sense, but a pure work of art. I have many friends and lovers and watch collectors who, for example, find such things just incredible to own. For example, Marco Concino of Swiss Watch Gang. Well, thanks for showing us this one too, Horst, because again, we don't get the chance to see this kind of pieces every day. And I would like in general to thank you for opening up with us, to seeing these incredible pens, sharing your expertise, sharing your stories with us, which make this whole collecting things so much more meaningful and add so many layers of beauty to this incredible work. Thank you so much for that, Horst. And well, good fellas, thank you so much for watching. We hope and we're sure that you really enjoyed this one. Make sure to leave a comment down in the comment section and let us know which one was your favorite piece that we've shown on this channel. Don't forget also to subscribe to the channel, and so you're not gonna miss out on future content that is coming out. And as always, are you gonna help me with that? Don't forget that together
we are changing the game.